Can we truly build a working Antikythera mechanism, replica today? Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in your hands, a device that could predict eclipses and track planets over 2,000 years ago. That's the Antikythera mechanism, an ancient Greek marvel. Today, we can recreate something very similar, but is it exactly the same? Can we make a fully working replica that matches the original's complexity? The answer is yes and no. Modern tools like three-dimensional printing, laser cutting, and high-tech imaging have made it possible to build models that work just like the ancient device. Researchers and hobbyists have already created replicas that show how the gears and mechanisms fit together to perform astronomical calculations. These models use detailed blueprints based on X-ray scans of the fragments found in the shipwreck. The original device, made around 100 BCE, was a kind of ancient computer. It could predict solar and lunar eclipses, track the moon's phases, and even model the movements of planets like Mars and Venus. But only about 1/3 of the original mechanism still exists, broken into over 80 pieces. This means that when building a replica, experts have to interpret missing parts, relying on inscriptions and the gear arrangements that remain. Some large-scale models, like the one built at the University of Sonora in Mexico, are 10 times bigger than the original and weigh hundreds of pounds. They faithfully reproduce the gear teeth, sizes, and functions, making it easier to see how the device worked. Smaller models, often made by enthusiasts, use plastic and resin parts created with 3D printers. These models include bearings to reduce friction, which was a challenge for ancient craftsmen who used triangular gear teeth that wore down over time. Despite these advances, the original mechanism was not perfectly precise by today's standards. Its planetary predictions, especially for Mars, had errors because Greek astronomy at the time was based on different theories. The device combined Babylonian cycles, Greek mathematics, and early astronomy, but it lacked later refinements from astronomers like Ptolemy or Kepler. From a mystery perspective, the Antikythera mechanism hints at a highly advanced ancient culture that possessed scientific knowledge lost to history. It's believed that such devices were made by skilled artisans or secret groups of scholars who kept their techniques hidden. The rarity of surviving examples, likely melted down for their bronze, adds to the legend and intrigue surrounding this ancient technology. Today, building a working replica is entirely possible, and it helps us understand how sophisticated ancient civilizations really were. These models show that ancient people had the knowledge and skills to create complex machines, even without modern tools. The process of recreating the Antikythera mechanism connects us to a time when science and engineering were just beginning to take shape. It also sparks curiosity about what other secrets ancient civilizations might have left behind, waiting to be uncovered with today's technology.